Greetings, my beautiful kings and queens, if you stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Country Wayne skit from these Country Wayne streets. Let's get into it. Okay, when when Anthony and Priarry crossed the line, um, it don't say cross the line, so I see this as past tense. Now Anthony, maybe he's coming to apologize, or he invited Priari to come over to apologize for what happened. Hopefully they can smooth things over. I saw the skits where uh that came after that whole conversation about her being pregnant. She went to the liquor store, get liquor, asked Dalen to come over. Basically, he saw her with the half of the bottle was gone. I think most of the bottle was gone before she even got there. So she was drinking in the car, and I know it had to do with that conversation. Ate her up, being that she's friends with Dalen from college too. They are old friends. She wanted to go over there, probably to cry on his shoulder, and then she tells him about the night that she ended up getting pregnant in college. Dalen didn't know nothing about this. Dalen had feelings for Priari too. Wanted to date her. They was going out a couple times, but I think they went out, but it wasn't nothing like that. She didn't want it to be more than, but he wanted it to be more, and that never really got anywhere. Anthony or Priari never told him that they got intimate in college. They just let that go. So I could tell by his face he was feeling some kind of way. Um, and she let him know that Anthony just found out he didn't know in college. I hope she's telling the truth about what happened, because I don't know if there was a period of time after this, and that's gonna have to be another discussion that we see, where Pierre left school. She went to, I don't know if she took a break, or this happened close to graduation, and there was some time they hadn't seen each other, maybe a year or so before they rekindle after college. I would like to know, did this happen in their senior year and towards the end of the school year, like final exams and all that, and then something happened? I'm only saying that because she swore that, oh, it was a boy. And remember I said, if you have an abortion early on like that, you don't know the sex of the baby till you a few months. You don't know the sex that quick, within the time limit that you should, if you decide to have an abortion. If you do it within the time frame, the sooner the better, you wouldn't know the sex. But she was so adamant that it was a boy, and I'm just wondering if there was a time frame they wasn't connecting. Did this happen towards the end of the school year, and he didn't see her, and she actually had the baby and gave it up for adoption? That's how she knows it was a boy. That's the only thing, because that kind of threw me off when she said it was a boy. Oh, I got rid of it. Did you? But we wouldn't know that till later, when there's some more discussion. Then it would make more sense. But maybe they just did that in Skitlanta. They always coming up with something that's like, huh? Things that just don't make sense. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe they crossed the line. Maybe they're about to reminisce on what happened in college. Or are they doing something now and they just, the ED throws me off. But let's get in here. Yeah, he called her over, probably to apologize. He ain't gonna say mad. That's his bestie. He would never get rid of Priori from nobody. He probably thought about it. Yeah, my life wasn't ready for no child. And let me forgive this girl. Because your work and making your money means everything to you.
People.
That's a defense mechanism. She putting her guard up. That's why that pillow is there in front of her.
I've been thinking all night.
Because she feel bad.
I've been thinking, and mad at you. I mean, if God can forgive, then who am I not to forgive? I just gotta ask you something.
Yeah.
See, now she got a sign of relief. She edged closer to him.
Why didn't you tell me?
I wanted to tell you so bad. I did. I just knew,
You
you
love her
just
some
were
Anthony.
so excited about your future and everything that you had going on. I didn't want to stop that. I didn't want to, be in your way. Your future was so bright. And I felt like us having a baby would just, throw you off your path. And I didn't want you to resent me. Like, I love you. And I did
We
not
know.
want to lose that for anything.
P, you know nothing would have changed.
I mean, I was scared. I didn't know. I was a kid.
We both were kids.
Yeah, and I was just, that was a huge decision.
I know. And I know it was a hard decision for you to make.
It was. And I was just so scared.
And he ain't
I
had
didn't
no
want you to
say in
hate
it,
me.
no
I
nothing.
just didn't know how you were gonna react.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry.
It's, like you said, we were both kids.
Yeah.
You ever think about that night?
Oh God! Now here go to reminisce. Maybe they will cross the
To
line.
be honest
Here.
with you,
Y'all gonna
I
do
try
something on
not
this
to,
car?
but
Let Amber come up in there.
It was a great night, though.
Oh. Now see, here go to reminisce.
yeah,
Don't
it was a great
start
night.
Priarry up. She trying to get over you. Oh.
You ready to graduate?
What is this?
Ready to get rich.
Wait a minute. I know good well they ain't transformed Anthony that young. Put a black wig on. My daughter always getting me. She always be like, "Mom, that ain't real. That's AI." Cause some things be looking so real. Okay, I'm gonna take it that this is AI. Cause Anthony's face ain't looking like that. He ain't shaving all that off to look like a little boy. I mean, cause he look a lot younger. So I'm gonna say that this is AI. I'm not even gonna call my daughter in here cause she gonna be like, what? Cause Priarry looking like a college. Oh, all young and Anthony. Oh, this is them. Man, AI is crazy. AI is crazy, y'all. This looks so good. We never really get flashbacks unless it's something that actually happened on the skit. But to make up something like this is so cool. Look at that. Oh, y'all. Oh. Now y'all don't be staring at each other like. Now look at this. Oh, now what's going on? Y'all gonna cross the line for real? Cause why y'all standing in the eyes thinking about that night? That girl, you was riding that thing back then. Lord, look at that. See? And this is why Priarry, she did something with the love of her life. She was cool, they was chummy, but she was in love with this man. And then they went intimately and had sex, and she was carrying his baby. That's a serious bond. That's a connection from him that she will never forget, and that's probably her biggest regret in life. And I almost wanna, and I bet that's one of the biggest reasons why she drunk so much. And let me tell you something: if she got with Anthony and they actually built a family and a relationship, a good, healthy one too, because their friendship is just that good. Like he trusts her explicitly, and she does the same for him. That she probably wouldn't have been a drunk. Seriously. She probably wouldn't have been a drunk. She would have been living a different life. Anthony wasn't going to have that. And she would have listened to Anthony and not been such a big drinker. Now he probably ain't noticing too much to tell her like that. He may not even know the extent of how much she drinks now because he's not around her like that. But I think that would have made a big difference in her life. And not having this drinking problem. And same with Anthony. All of these troubles and all these issues with the women and the relationships, marriage, babies, all of that would have even existed, his life would have took a different turn. We can always say hindsight is 2020. We don't know what would have happened. Maybe he would have had some type of resentment. I don't know because they were young. But I'm just saying that the love they have for one another. I don't know. Do y'all think that they'll come back to each other? Like this won't Denisha trying to get as much as she can out of Anthony for her and her son. That doesn't work. This relationship doesn't work out. Do you think he will ever actually come back to Priarry? Um, and they'll wind up actually being intimate again. And I don't know. And then have the child that she always lost. This has always been a big. I mean, he even said it before, and we don't be listening to Anthony because he always saying some stuff and don't be meaning it out of emotions. But you know, he told her, "You the one that got away, Priarry. I really think that you should." Maybe deep down inside, she was. He really does feel that way. Why it never went there? I don't know. It's a friendship he may not have wanted to mess up, having a relationship, because he probably messed up with relationships. But this is one. Even though they got intimate one night, this is not something he wanted to ruin like the other girlfriends that he's been with. He didn't want to ruin that by making it more than just a friendship. He just took it for what it was. But what if this is actually his soulmate and her soulmate, and they should be together? Only time will tell in the end. Will they rekindle that and go back? That would be crazy. That would be crazy because for him to rekindle something again with her, not if he's so much into Denisha like he says. But if that doesn't work out with Denisha, he might just consider that even more because they had a child together, and he's going to see that as something extra special. You know, Anthony, he gets really caught up in stuff like that. He's gonna see like, oh, you was the one I should have had, been with. We would have had our first child together, and he's gonna start thinking about those things. Now, Shayla is. This is another one of her besties. Okay, along with Delicia. It would be wild if that didn't work out with Denisha, and she'd be so happy that it didn't. But then he got with Priarry, and they had a child. And then what if Denisha comes up pregnant? I'm not Denisha. Delicia comes up pregnant by Iman, and that's a double slap in the face to Shayla. That's a karma we really wouldn't expect to happen. And then the next twist, oh God, I keep still thinking about Amber getting pregnant by Dave, but oh, what a mess. What a mess. We don't need a whole bunch of pregnancies. But right now, at this rate, it very well may be, because with Delicia and Iman, that could be a possible pregnancy. Dave and Amber, a possible pregnancy. Lord, I don't know. They're gonna have Shayla come up with another pregnancy, but I mean, it's possible and it's crazy. But I don't know. I don't know. It could be down the line, and we see what happens with Denisha and Anthony. What would Denisha say about Priarry, knowing that when he introduced her, that's his best friend? She gonna have a problem? Will she try to cut them two off and come in between their friendship? Because I don't think Denisha is the one to even play that. I don't think she's gonna be with it, and that's gonna be a serious problem for Priarry then. And her and Shayla gonna be plotting to bust that up for sure. You can best believe that. But I don't think that Anthony would really let that happen. He didn't let that happen for nobody else. No Shayla, no Amber, nothing. Why would he do that for Denisha? It's beyond me. But we'll see. Interesting. And I love the little AI clip that they did. It looks so real. That is so cute. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think that one day down the line, Priarry and Anthony will actually rekindle that relationship and have it more than just a friendship? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ain't nothing like having a relationship with your best friend, right? Okay. Peace, and we out.